All right, we're live, guys. The phone's telling me to not go sideways last time, and then it's straight up this time. But anyways, the Utah Jazz lose to the Los Angeles Lakers, and I've been banished to the car because I'm at Grandma's house and I can't be loud. Anyways, the Utah Jazz fall to the Los Angeles Lakers, and LeBron James, who ended this game, he's the, 10 years ago, we talked about LeBron, and it was really stupid back then, and it would be incredibly stupid to say it now. But LeBron is a closer of all closers. He was at the beginning of his career. He is now, because he's the greatest of all time. If you didn't know that LeBron James is the greatest of all time, better than Michael Jordan, you can get out of here, because this is a YouTube channel for truth. LeBron James is the greatest of all time, and that's why the Lakers are good this year. You put LeBron on anyone and they're a contender. You want to know how good LeBron James is? Go watch the Cleveland Cavaliers this season, because he changed this game for the Lakers and won this. The Lakers win this game because LeBron's on their team. If they don't have LeBron, they don't win this. Just like the Cleveland Cavaliers are going to be a top 3 in the lottery this year. Anyways, honestly, for the Los Angeles Lakers, this is what you need to know about them. They have the greatest player of all time on their team, and that's what the Jazz struggled with tonight. So, the Jazz struggled. Donovan Mitchell struggled to begin this game, and what I liked about Donovan Mitchell in this game was his defense. What I didn't like is there were some shots that I think he was rushing it, and I don't want to give too much blame to Donovan Mitchell for his shot taking, because when the other options are your team, Ricky Rubio, who shot 3 for 11 tonight, Derek Favors and Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert's the best role man in the NBA, but he's not a floor spacer in terms of three-point shooting. But when Derek Favors and Ricky Rubio can't shoot, how do you win? What's he supposed to do? He's got to shoot the ball. That's your only option. Joe Ingles and Donovan Mitchell are getting double-teamed whenever they get the ball. That's the problem with this offense right now. So it's tough. And then hopefully Donovan Mitchell isn't too hurt. He gets a rib contusion and sits out. Honestly, the Jazz aren't good enough this year to worry about it. If the Jazz, go down for the rest of the season, then, whatever. But you can't risk hurting Donovan Mitchell. He is the best offensive player on the team, and he's the reason that Jazz fans should have hope, considering how disappointing this season has been. I like Ricky Rubio, and I think he's playing better in the last few games. And I'm not going to talk about Rubio versus Exum. I'm just going to talk about how good Dante Exum was tonight. Now, you can hate me all you want, but I'm going to talk about Dante Exum. He was fantastic tonight. The Jazz lost by like 8 points tonight. Dante Exum was a +2. And I'm going to teach you guys why he was so good. Because on Twitter all night, I hear all these people saying that Dante Exum isn't good. 2 plays at the end of the game that meant that the Jazz lost it. One was a Lance Stevenson beat his man. I can't remember who it was. It wasn't Ricky Rubio. Ricky Rubio was actually a pretty good defender tonight. Ricky Rubio was actually a great defender tonight. The reason the Jazz weren't behind by 15 tonight in the first quarter was because Ricky Rubio was a good defender. But late in the game, Lance Stevenson beat his man and scored. You know what happened about 5 minutes earlier in the game? Lance Stevenson got stood up by Dante Exum, and it was a stop. It was a stop. The Jazz go the other way. Now, it wasn't Dante's fault that Thabo Sefolosha turns the ball over and the Lakers go the other way. But Dante got the stop. And I tell you right now, if Dante was guarding Lance Stevenson at the end of the game, he would have got that stop. The other one, LeBron James beats Thabo Sefolosha and gets to the rim for a dunk. Do you know what happened 5 minutes earlier in the game? Dante Exum stood him up and Jay Crowder blocked the ball. Dante would have guarded that 3 by LeBron better. Now, LeBron probably makes that 3 anyway because he's LeBron, but I would have liked to see it. I would have liked to see it. But instead, at the end of the game, the thing that drives me crazy beyond the fact that it's this Rubio versus Exum thing, Quinn Snyder pulls out Ricky Rubio with like 3 or 4 minutes left to put in Alec Burks. What? Why? Why would you take out Ricky Rubio anyway? His defense was good tonight. Yes, his shooting wasn't good, but at least his defense was. And if you're going to take Rubio out and put him, like, why not put in Exum? His defense was good too. So Burks comes in, he gets blocked at the rim, misses a shot, we lose the game. That was I hope we don't do that again. We make an offensive substitution on a defensive player and we lose. This Jazz team wins with defense. That's how this team wins. If we're going to make substitutions for offensive production, we're going to lose because this team wins with defense. I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy. We have to win with defense. If Ricky Rubio can play the defense like he did tonight, the Jazz have a chance. Part of that is because Lonzo Ball was being guarded by him, and Lonzo Ball can't shoot yet. There are times when Lonzo Ball shoots really well. Tonight wasn't it. Although Lonzo Ball had some nice plays where he went right to the rim and took it to whoever was guarding him. Whether it was Rubio or Neto, I can't remember. But this team needs to play with defense. And you know who else played really good defense? And you guys keep saying things like he's not very good. Jay Crowder was an incredible defender tonight from the 4 spot. He was fantastic. Sure, he didn't make all the shots he took. And I would have liked to see that. But he guarded this hard out, and that was what kept this Jazz team in it. I saw the comment about Burks. Burks' offense was actually really good tonight. I'm not bagging on Burks. Burks played pretty well, and Burks has been one of the bright spots of this season. But the Jazz were within 2 to 4 points of the Lakers at the end of the game. Burks is not a defensive specialist, and we needed defense. And that was the difference. You gotta play to your strengths, and our strength is defense. And this is the thing we'll end on for the Jazz. We can talk all we want about the Jazz turnover last season, and part of that was definitely Ricky Rubio, his incredible offensive turnaround. But this Jazz team won those games when Rudy Gobert came back and had that incredible defensive run. The Jazz were the #1 defensive team when Rudy Gobert came back by a mile. By a mile. That's what created the defensive turnaround. That's what the Jazz are. That's what they have to be. If the Jazz aren't a defensive team, what are they? Because they're not a team that spaces the floor. Ricky Rubio struggles on offense partly because we don't have a stretch 4 to start the game. We start Derek Favors. How's Ricky Rubio supposed to operate? How's Donovan Mitchell supposed to operate? How's Dante Exum supposed to operate? They don't have room to have lanes to the basket. Sure, Jay Crowder isn't shooting the best 3-point percentage right now. But you know what he does? He spaces the floor. And so Ricky Rubio, Donovan Mitchell, Joe Ingles, Dante Exum, whoever it is, Royce O'Neal, Grayson Allen, I don't care, whoever it is. They have more spacing to work with. The Jazz are coming into the game at a disadvantage every time because they are not starting with a stretch 4. And it is the reason we are losing games. Tonight it happened again. They went down 8-0. Thank goodness they had the defensive intensity to come back. But that defensive intensity has to go from 0 to the end. And that's the way the Jazz have to win. Sure, is it ugly? Would I love us to win in beautiful ways like the Houston Rockets and the Golden State Warriors? Sure, everyone would. But that's not who the Utah Jazz are. They are the defensive team. That's what they are. That's what they have to win with. Guys, this is my last live one. I'm going back to Utah probably the day after tomorrow. We'll be back to the green screen. But you know what you can do right now is like and subscribe this video. All hail Dante Exum. All hail Donovan Mitchell. All hail Rudy Gobert. I'll talk to you later.